Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Ryan Date, aka Date Ryan Sama here on Twitch and on Twitter. I've got with me the Hashira from the Hashira podcast. Over there is my brother, that is Goose the Truth, aka Travis, if you know him. That is Nobu Nagadano, that is Tommy. And down there, well actually on this thing, I think he's over there somewhere. But over there is Black by Nature 66, that's Kadeem. And of course, that is Ed, and Edwin, the mod, the man behind the ability who's always helping out with the streams here and everything. And we, once again, are the Hashira podcast, and it is our 1 year anniversary special where we get to talk to you guys about what we enjoyed about running this podcast and being a part of this podcast together and sharing these moments with you. And we are talking all that anime and nerd stuff. If you're seeing this on YouTube, please share, comment, subscribe, and just, let people know what's going on over here. If you're watching this live, please send out a tweet. Let people know right now we're talking this anime stuff. We're live. The Hashiras are having a meeting of the pillars to talk all that anime and nerd stuff. So, pillars, what's good? Chat, what's good? Stream, what's good? How are we doing? I want to start off we were going to start with a question, but now I get to just say it like this. We're going to do this just the way it is. And so we're going to bring up some of our favorite moments from the podcast. And so that way, if you didn't hear them stream, you'll be able to hear them now if you started following us a little bit later and stuff like that, or whatever the case is. Oh, phone catch. Look at that. Ultra instant. Come. Anyway, so we're going to do that real quick. And so I guess I actually want to start with Tom. I'm not gonna I want to start with Tom. I've been actually thinking about this for a while. I want to know what some of your favorite moments of the podcast were. I'm not gonna hold you. Of all the people, I was like, I wonder what Tom's are.
Really?
Tom hates every moment.
Tom hates every moment?
There is no moment that's good to Tom.
You know what's crazy? Look, even X is like, yeah. Look, he's like, yes, exactly. I wanted to know.
Yo, honestly,
I wanted to know.
The funniest shit that I saw was between Ed and Kadeem. This moment was
There we go.
Yo. So we were talking, I think it's the details episode, and Travis and Kadeem are going back and forth about this black covert, whatever. And Travis goes on to say, "Yo, that's the Game of Thrones or something like that's an anime of Game of Thrones or something like that." And Kadeem's like, "Oh my gosh, I was just about to say that." And then Ed's like, "Kadeem, you watch Game of Thrones?" And he just got done quiet.
Spicy Ed, no, I'm sorry.
Spicy Ed moments. Yeah, the spicy Ed moments are good. We gonna get there.
There we go.
Oh my god,
that's funny.
So you watch Game of Thrones?
Hold on, but did you watch Game of Thrones, D? I'm about to say, I think he said no. Exactly.
He did it. That's what made it so funny.
Wait, what? I did. What are you talking about?
What happened in episode 3, season 4? I'm joking.
But I was actually, Travis was kind of right about not liking certain things, but it was a good thing. So I was skimming through a lot of the episodes trying to catch a moment. I couldn't really pick too much out, but I was looking at our earliest episodes and looking at how bad the quality and the quality of sound was terrible, but it made it so. But now it's just like, look at where we came from, just a year ago. Now everything is like amazing. And I think we all have like better synergy, because when we first started, I could just see like it was almost a little robotic in a sense. But now we're just like, we're flowing and everything works, like it meshes well together. So I saw all that progress that we made in a year. I think that was actually pretty cool.
Piggyback.
Before you piggyback, y'all don't see this. Can y'all see the chat? X said Ed is a villain. We're talking crazy. That's crazy. It's getting wild. Anyway, so but go ahead, piggyback. I'm sorry, I just thought that was hilarious.
Just like what Tom had said.
Let's go, Grim. That's what I'm talking about.
Like quality wise, from how we started to where we're at now. But the episode, the moment I'm picking, it's not funny. I guess.
It's all right. Don't gotta be funny.
But the episode I'm picking is episode 13, where we were talking about. Yeah, well, I think it was Ed, Maurice, and I think Travis. I don't think me and Tom was a part of it. I was talking about the senseis, and like me, like experiencing it from a viewer standpoint, and like the way I was flowing, like when I was talking about the Naruto, not like when I was talking about the Naruto senseis, like how Kakashi and Travis, chill. Travis, don't do that. But I know why you did that. All right, but anyway, like the flow that y'all had, like everything was consistent. And it's like when I thought about a topic in my head, like, yo, I would have said this. Like Maurice brought it up, and I was like, yo, that's crazy. I was saying the same thing. And like I was just like, damn, that's crazy. Like they're hitting on, they're firing on all cylinders. They're hitting every point. They're not missing anything. Like Travis was on fire at a point. Then it switched to you, Maurice. Then it switched to Ed. Then I just kept going back and forth. Like there was no pause in that episode. And I'm just like, yo, I'm at work watching, and there's just like I couldn't take my eyes off the phone. Like
I gotta be honest.
That moment I had, like the consistency, it was great.
I gotta be honest. I feel like the reason that was able to be done is because Naruto's just that good. I'm just gonna be honest.
Y'all see his face when he said that?
That's the thing. I wasn't only talking about Naruto. Y'all brought up Jujutsu Kaisen. Y'all brought up Naruto. Y'all brought up I believe it was Hakusho with Genkai. Y'all brought up
I think they brought up One Piece with Rayleigh.
We were talking about
yeah.
Yami
and Black Clover, like everything. And like I said, it was no pause. The flow was amazing. And like I gotta tip my hat to you guys for that.
Oh, well, thank y'all. Thank you. Thanks. That's what we need. Oh, well, I want to agree with that for a second. That episode was really fun to do. I think because, and I think I have to agree with Trav. I think Naruto is so good. I think when we got to that part of it, it's so hard to talk about senseis and talk about teachers and not talk about what is Naruto, right? What is Naruto? Naruto is a bunch of people who are learning in a village where people are teaching, and all of those teachers are passing down things from generation to generation. Right. And I think I was actually
Will of Fire.
The Will of Fire. And I think actually I'm gonna quote myself. I think I actually said the point of teaching is that every generation does better than you, and we see that happening in Naruto. I literally think I said that in the episode. So it was good. Oh, it was good, Pat. Hey. Hola, Patricio. Anyway, so I have to agree with Trav, and I think that's why the episode was so good. It really was like we were just kind of bouncing stuff back and forth against each other's brains, and it was great. It was great.
Yeah, because
like nobody was cutting each other off. Like it was good.
But the thing is, if you think about it, this is just to go to the point of the narrative. Believe it or not, Naruto's that great. I just need you to understand that. It's like if you have an array of like awards, and you always have that one movie that's just taking all the day. Like,
right.
Naruto got nominated 3 times because I think we brought up like
Jiraiya, well, he wrote Jiraiya, Kakashi, Iruka. It was bad. It was bad. Oh man, it was bad. But I guess that's a good moment, Kadeem. I enjoyed that a lot. And actually, and it was funny enough because like Kadeem was telling you guys that he was watching it at work, but Kadeem was texting us in the group chat while he's watching it at work, telling us,
I was excited. Yo.
He's like, he's like, y'all didn't say this, and then a second later we said, he's like, oh yeah, I did say it. It was good. It was great. So again, that is our whose episode that is. I'll tell you guys right now, so you guys if you want to check it out. 13. All right. Yeah. As episode 13, and that again is going to be our is what have you learned? Teachers and mentors in anime episode.
There you go.
All right, and so if you want to go check that out, that was that one. We talked about that.
I recommend it.
He recommends it. Ed.
My moment I'm picking is from episode 10. Who's the best anime rivalries? This guy Goose, man. He like I don't even have words. Like I want you to play him. It's from 50 minutes to around like 53 minutes and 30 seconds. Travis goes in on Vegeta, and it was just like you wrote the character. It was to me, it was beautiful because I love Vegeta. That's my boy, and the way you was just explaining everything, I was there. I ain't gonna lie, my hair was standing. I had, I'm like, dang, Travis is bodying this right now.
You said 50 minutes?
Yeah, it should be 50 minutes where he starts to go in, where he's like, Vegeta. He's the Prince of Saiyans. He's the Prince of Saiyans. But at the same time, he's so good. I'm like, oh,
all right, stream. So for you guys who don't know, who haven't watched the episode yet, I'm gonna bring that one up for you guys to see it, so you guys can see it. I'm gonna bring it up for you guys right now. So
yeah,
there it is,
me,
right here.
It was legit amazing, man.
And I'm gonna play it for you guys. All
right,
Who's
Jones out here?
All right,
because you know my favorite character is in there. The most well-rounded, most well-written character
in DBZ universe is Vegeta.
You know,
Vegeta was bad.
Look at the. Let's continue.
Became quote unquote good. He is.
You know who did that, right?
What?
Who made him quote unquote good?
If you're talking about Bulma, I wouldn't even say
Yeah.
that. I wouldn't even say that. I would say there's so many that's why he's such an interesting character. We can't even say what one thing was that makes Vegeta who Vegeta is.
No,
the guy is so
it's not one thing. It's multiple things.
it's multiple things. The guy is prideful. He has an understanding that he's prideful as a Saiyan in his Saiyans. So even though he's the Prince of Saiyans, he still wants Saiyans to exist. And he can't have that without having Goku. It's impossible. In order for me to have who I am, I need a reflection. Goku is that reflection. But the worst thing about this reflection is the reflection that's looking back at him is 10 times stronger than he'll ever be. Even though he's the prince. That's one thing. But he still wants his people to be there, to be around. He knows he needs to make people. Bulma. So in order to have that, he finds a strong woman. But in finding a strong woman, which is what he said the reason why I love who I love and you love who you love, Chi-Chi, is because Saiyans, male Saiyans love strong women. That's what he said. So he finds Bulma, finds how headstrong she can be, and then realizes that he can love the person that he's just having an offspring with.
R.I.P. Yamcha.
Right.
See what I mean?
He can love the person he has an offspring with. He doesn't have to just be full of pride. And then he has these kids who he also enjoys. And he didn't think that he was going to enjoy them. He thought it was all about fighting. And he learned something else on this new planet that he's now fighting for. He's trying to stay himself, but it's difficult to be still old Vegeta and new Vegeta. He fights with himself all the time. The fight is the fact that he's becoming kind, the fact that he's not as strong as Goku and he's still continue trying to be, the fact that he has more fighting sense than Goku, but for some reason he's smarter than this guy, but this guy has more fighting IQ than him.
Whatever you want to call it. Yep, go ahead.
All of these things, even in GT, the one that people don't like.
We don't talk about GT. We don't talk about
But the thing is, like it's so funny. Certain Marvel, you get certain different universes in Marvel. GT gave us a different universe, but again, we got a different Vegeta. That Vegeta in GT that was like, he's too much stronger than us. We won't get that Vegeta in this new DBZ that they've created. They keep on evolving this character because there's so many things to do with Vegeta. He hurts at the fact that knowing that Frieza killed his people. He's like, it's all these things is in this character. And
Could
yet,
I ask one question?
Yeah, you go.
Out of everything that happened, all the wishes that they made, all the collective Dragon Balls that they made, all the
why they
collective
never wish
Dragon
to
Ball
see
Super.
come back?
Why?
I'm gonna pause it right there, and because I think that gets to the point that Ed was trying to make. And I see the horns in the chat. I see the nice work in the laughs. I see the hashtag Goose in the chat. So I think that you guys believe that the Goose was sitting on all cylinders there, and I agree.
The truth, man.
It was amazing. You know what's crazy? I realized I want to stream with my mask on. So it's just it's actually like wild. Because like me and Travis talk about how good we think Vegeta is as a character, and as bad as I think I go on a tangent myself. I think after Trav, in that same episode, because
that was too much time. That's why.
But no, Travis hit all the points. I was piggybacking. So Travis he really hit all the points there, and I think that's a really good moment. And I think you guys can look at Ed is tearing up. No joke. Ed's tearing up, y'all. But that's how good that was. And yeah. Shout out to the Goose. Shout out to the Goose, man. Let me see your nice works in the chat for the Goose, man.
How do you feel about that though, Travis? Like watching it back again, do you?
You know, I was like, damn, y'all let me go through that long.
Yeah, because you was spitting, man.
You know what I mean?
No, I did. Yo, it's so crazy because I wouldn't have been able to quote myself. Like, I think I was just going off. And I think that's, again, the great
free flow.
As much as people don't can talk crap about DBZ, I know there's a split where, like, some people like you're not a true anime fan if you like DBZ. There's some people that actually think that, you know.
I would rather say watched and like it.
Yeah, but I'm not a part of that, and I think I enjoy the whole hit 'em up battle royale style. But besides that, I think we do get a story, and I really enjoyed Vegeta's story. But of course, we could talk about the great stories even in Dragon Ball. So it's like I will never discredit it. I can't. You have to look towards that anime. I'm gonna say it's an anime.
Oh no, yeah, big
A
facts.
lot of those places definitely have like copied the DBZ style.
Well, I think we talked about that at some point in time. How a lot of people are influenced by the writer and stuff like that. So people hate on it because it became so mainstream. I mean, everybody knows about it.
Probably what it is. Because you ask a girl if you have certain those people that you come across who don't really watch anime, a guy or whatever, and then they'll be like, "Yeah, I love DBZ," and you just be like, "Oh."
I mean, I guess that's because that one was just so popular and easily recognizable that it's just like, all right, yeah, of course you're gonna see that.
Like, yeah, it doesn't really count.
You're not saying you got to go all the way to the back of the library to find the best book.
But at that time, what animes were out?
That's my own saying. Don't quote that. I just made that
I
up.
think like Initial D was out at that time, right? During like Dragon Ball D, Dragon Ball. You had so many things to watch. Was Yu Yu Hakusho at the same time? Around the same time?
I mean, I don't think we started watching it until later. So
Nobody knows the year on that, on the two?
Goku had a
What's
balloon.
that?
Goku had a balloon in the Macy's
Hakusho?
parade. He sure did. Yes,
Was,
he did.
what, 90?
All right, this is my favorite. I gotta read this one. Hashtag Goose has truly landed. He truly landed. I had to take that. That was funny. Shout outs to Grim Lotus.
And PD Pats was tearing up in the chat, man. I didn't even realize that till now.
I think we kind of waited a little while, and we're gonna get to it. So since everybody keeps saying Ed is a villain, Ed's spicy moments, I think it's time that we just go there, right?
That's my moment.
It wanted to be my final moment. I wanted that to be my final one, my second one, right? But I think we just have to do it.
My actual moment. That was my actual moment.
It's such a good one.
My man.
It's such a good one.
Because you know why? You can tell when Ed's trolling you, and you can tell when Ed's just talking. The fact that he was just talking means he really thinks that stuff about those animes.
Yo, Ed was dead serious, Stream. He was dead serious.
You
can tell when Ed is making a joke, but when he was just like,
Hey, why are you so close, Mo? What's up?
my man said, "Nah, we'll just wait for it to be played."
I don't know if that was my phone or if that was the freaking if I was on the laptop.
All right, guys.
If you don't get the clip where he actually says what I wanted to say, I hope, because it's that whole clip, but it's like somewhere.
I hope I find the right one. We're gonna see it. But Stream, I'm gonna play it for you guys right now. I hope that the volume is good enough for you guys. Some of the clips are playing lower, obviously, because back in the day our audio wasn't as good as it is now, unfortunately. But that's kind of how it was. So I'm gonna see if I can turn it all the way up. It is all the way up there. It's all the way up here. All right, and I'm just gonna let it rock. It's time for the spotlight.
They see it, right? They see the actual.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right,
I'm gonna let it rock.
Especially out there in Asia, like I don't know, but how often do they discuss pirates? Like in Japan, China, Korea, whatever. And I feel like
that's not the only thing, man.
I feel like that's one of the main reasons why it's so popular, because it's different. Who out there is writing about pirates like that?
It is one of the
Who's
reasons.
writing about pirates? Anime about pirates? Let's check this out. Oh, snap. These guys have these crazy abilities. This is cool. I like this.
I don't understand.
So, like, you can't tell me that it's good because back in the day there was nobody talking about detectives going and fighting demons.
That's a part of the reason.
Yeah, how'd I go from that to that?
I mean, but it is a reason.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's not a bad opinion at all.
The reason why Terminator was so great. It's the reason why Star Wars was so great at the time period. Like,
Terminator's lit.
it is.
Star Wars is Disney Wars.
See?
Here it is. Here's my favorite part. Hold on.
Oh boy.
Wow.
You a Star Wars fan, D?
There's a lot of crazy shit being said.
Crazy shit. You need to tell me that.
Rewind it.
That's Dookie Wars, man.
May the fourth.
Yeah, May the 4th stay there. It's all about Cinco de Mayo.
Hold on. Wait, real quick. I just want to say this. I want to say this. So Travis said that I was the harshest critic on this podcast. I would like to now give the title to Mr. Ed and Edwin. Right? I would like to pass that right on up that way.
This is why I was kind of quiet the past few episodes, because I knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean,
I was gonna say something. They're gonna be like, "Oh no!"
I mean, hey, but it's a conversation. But no,
Wow. Hey, I don't remember saying all that stuff. Man, that's crazy.
Yo, stream. This is what I'm talking about. He said Dookie Wars. Yeah, I paused it. He said Dookie Wars. He said May the 4th stay there. He said Hakusho.
Isn't there a certain part where he goes doo-doo Hakusho? I could have sworn he said he said Yu Hakusho, doo-doo Hakusho.
Oh, now I see why people got mad. My bad, yo. I apologize. It's nothing against y'all that like it. It's nothing wrong with liking these shows.
There. Because they're just pirates.
Oh,
There's nothing wrong with liking this stuff.
That was the day we told Ed, we was like, yo, we're gonna record today, and he chose violence. He's hooked up his
y'all picked the topic, not me.
He just chose violence.
That's crazy.
Oh, yo, Cadillac, man, thanks for the follow, bro. Appreciate it, OD. But yeah, man, that was too
y'all
funny.
Picked the topic, man, not me.
That was so funny, man. I cannot believe that's what happened. Rewatching it, I still can't believe that's what it was saying.
Yeah.
Like, that was hilarious. Oh my god.
Happened to me.
Oh jeez.
Larry's.
Oh man. Oh, that was good. That was good. Oh man. So I'm sorry, Gio. I'm cracking up. He said May the 4th stay there.
Top. That's mine.
That's a good one. Y'all see that? See, Ed, he is the troublemaker.
There's a lot of crazy shit being said.
How was that troublemaker?
And it's funny, Tommy said the same thing in the episode.
I know, man.
There's a lot of crazy.
I came up with a topic and I answered the question.
Woo. Oh man, but as you can see, over our year, we've been talking about some funny stuff. We have a lot of opinions, and we go back and forth talking about that stuff. And it's been great. It's been great, guys. It has been absolutely great. And I'm so glad that you guys have been watching with us. Again, if you haven't already, please check out the YouTube page and drop a sub if you haven't. We're at 95 subs on the YouTube page. We're trying to get to 100.
Yeah.
Again, if we get to 100 subs on the YouTube page before this is over, we're going to do a giveaway just for making it here. And we're also doing a giveaway right now for that. I'll get more into that at the end of the episode. I don't want to, talk too much during the episode. So again, if you haven't already, please go sub to the channel, check out that episode. But that one is from episode 5. Came out the gate with
I gotta
fire.
find my timestamp for my moment, man. Make sure I send it to you.
Oh yeah, if you have it, let me know. So another thing I want to talk about too that we and again, like I say often, is nerds having conversation with nerds about nerdy things makes this fun. The reason this podcast is so fun is that these are my brothers. We've been around each other forever talking anime stuff, and I think it was kind of funny for me. And I can't know if I speak for all of the Hashira here, but it was just hilarious because we've known each other so long and we talk anime often. But when we were on like these actual conversations, to hear us like going back and forth with our certain opinions and beliefs about these anime shows and how we thought the stories were being written and everything, some of it was surprising. I have to say, some of it was surprising, and it had me off guard. And that's why Ed is called the villain to you guys, because Ed has some opinions that I don't think he necessarily is too wrong about in retrospect. I don't think so, but I do think it's just so funny how he says it. It's like it's hilarious, man.
When he's serious.
So again, since you guys dropped the nice works in for Goose when he was doing his, but let me see the nice works in the chat for Ed and Edwin for being the controversial, the chaos, the anarchy in the UK. Drop the nice works for Ed and Edwin, man. Holy cow. He said May the 4th stay there. Oh man.
Listen, man, it was flying through the trees, man.
I know he said doo-doo Hakusho.
He said, oh man, he said Yu Yu Hakusho. Oh man, it was good. So I guess I'll get us back into the rotation with it. It's hard to follow up after that. I think that's kind of what just encompasses what starting this podcast has been, and starting with the stream and all that stuff. That kind of encompasses all of it. Just us laughing at Ed going off. It's just like those moments, like, and that's when the coronavirus first started. So we couldn't do those episodes together, but it was just so funny. When I first started the pandemic and the quarantine first started here, and it was just hilarious, man. Just sitting there looking at each other on group chat on Discord and just being like, holy cow, what did he just say? But to get back into the flow of this episode, I do want to get into one of the moments I think, it's not even a moment, I think it's actually the whole episode. It's one of my favorite episodes, and I can't play all of it because I think I like almost all of it. But the episode is in the details, and that is episode 4, I believe, and it just hit different because we were literally talking about moments that like had us going, that we were like, yo, we didn't know this was gonna happen, but we saw this, and then everything started moving. And I feel like for us, for me, I don't know about you guys, but I was rewatching it. Like, even when we were talking about the stuff that happened with Maze Hughes. We were talking about the stuff in Full Metal Alchemist. We were talking about how they worked together. I guess how the writer really used alchemy and science and Greek history and stuff like that. We were talking about that, and I don't know. Even when I rewatch it, I still get like kind of the goosebumps where it's just like, man, I remember seeing that random
Travis
detail.
Was going crazy talking about that dude
and
his daughter.
It was good, man.
It might be spoilers for me because I'm watching that right now.
oh Lord. Well, I didn't go into it. I just think that it was such a good episode. We were talking back and forth about those things, and I really just think that it was dope. Like, even the little stuff, like all the details we were bringing up, it just hit. I just couldn't believe some of the stuff. Even I think I said something about the Endeavor fight, and somebody was like, yo, I didn't even notice that, because he like made the little fire arrow on his shoulder to point up to tell Hawks where to send them with the Namu. And like someone's like, yo, I didn't even see that. And it's like, going back to watch. I went back and watched a couple episodes after that, after we had that podcast talk, because I was like, yo, I didn't notice that either. Let me go see what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? So it was pretty dope. But that thing hit, man. It was really good. Just rethinking about those conversations, and even like I looked at the thumbnail and I knew why I put the thumbnail there. It made it even worse. I was just like, oh man, daggone situation. So I think those were good. I think when we were
internet messed up a little bit. Oh wow.
We were like having those conversations based off of what we all saw in different things. And I don't know if you guys are doing it, but I think we kind of picked something where we were just like, yo, I don't think they noticed this at all. And we tried to use that. And I think we were all just like, wait, what? That really happened? I think there's a couple times in an episode we were all like looking over like, like what? So I enjoyed that a lot. So I think that's kind of that's another one of mine. For sure. Episode 4 gets me every time. And I think that was our first video with a lot of views really fast. And that was my favorite one for sure.
That wasn't the Endeavor fight for the first episode, right?
Yeah, that was the first episode. Was the Endeavor fight?
Yeah, I had to go back and watch that fight, man. That episode was just really good. I was like, dang, I don't remember this being like this.
Again, I guess I'll throw it back up again as the YouTube for you guys to see the link there. Again, thanks for celebrating with us while we're talking about the moments that we just really enjoyed. And I'll play some more for you guys. I definitely will. I definitely want to. Man, these were some good stuff.
Can we talk about some moments that we hated?
I mean, sure, go ahead.
All right, boom. I'm gonna talk about a moment I hated.
Smoked.
I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say hated.
Hold on, chat. I'm supposed to be the villain, but look at these guys. Look at him coming up with moments that he hated. Like, what the freak?
I'm not gonna say hate because hate is a strong word.
Here we go.
Yo, punk behind up. This. Yo, Travis. Yo. So the episode. This was a recent episode. I can't remember which one it was, but I misinterpreted what Ed was saying, and that made me like ask a question that had nothing to do with, basically like the complete polar opposite of what he was talking about. And it was like, I'm at work and it was bugging me I'm just like, yo, to the point where I had to call Ed, like, yo, Ed, like with the episode when you asked that question, like what was it that you was trying to say? Like, did you say like you remember what it was that you had said? No, look watch that.
My bad. Hold on. I felt like you just said a whole lot of nothing. Oh man, yeah. Like you said like 100 things, but yeah, no, I kind of remember a little bit what episode you're talking about, but I don't.
I'm trying to remember like exactly what I know it was about Black Clover.
Yo, Travis.
It was something about Asta and Yami, if I'm not mistaken. And because we were talking about that whole fight between them and Dante.
There you go.
Yeah.
It was Yami and Asta versus Lucifer.
Is that Lucifer?
And you said that I mistakenly took that you said that you after that fight you ranked Yami like top of the anime or period. I can't remember which one it was.
Yeah, no, I said period. Like to me, he's top tier captain. Like all anime. Period.
Yeah, and I thought you meant you said captain. I thought you meant period. So I'm there. Like that's how I was going off the tangent. Like how.
I mean, but I kind of do mean period then. If I'm ranking him.
No, not in the anime. I'm talking about like out of all like captains that's in the anime.
Yeah, exactly what I said. Yes.
Collectively, from all anime, Captain Yami is top tier, right? That's
yeah. For me, I put him up there really high.
Oh.
And I said why. I can say it again. But...
I'll say one.
You gotta.
I gotta say one that I liked real quick because since the other one was mine, the one I had, but it was like I think that was the top one thread.
Like three.
I'll say it's the time when I feel like I shattered Kadeem's dreams about Bleach and his favorite character.
That was a good one. That was funny.
Check him out.
That was funny.
But yeah, please. How could you not like him?
I like that character.
He's a prodigy and he ain't do nothing at the end of the whole gosh darn show.
What you mean he didn't do anything?
Not done.
Did you watch the end?
All he had was potential, huh?
He never reached his full potential, man. Like that's just.
Hold on.
You're not done though, man. It's still about to come back.
Did you read the manga?
Oh, the manga. He doesn't reach his full potential
the
in the manga.
What are you talking about?
Oh my.
Wait, talk about. Did you read the manga?
I was reading in and out of the manga.
But
So what?
You're not answering my question. Did you read the manga?
No, I was not as frequent with the manga. No.
So then shut up.
No, he did reach his full potential. I mean, I still think it was.
He did. Yes.
Nah, he pulled a gun and then turned into his future self, and then he was just mad strong.
Become strong enough. Who did he become stronger than after when the manga?
Listen, we gonna have that conversation when you read the
manga.
That
was the same question that I asked. So I was like, out of all the captains, who can he beat? And everything just went dead silent.
Like it did just now.
I mean, I guess the question, that was a good question though, Tommy. You can't act like it's not a good question. It was a good question.
Right.
Because when he said it, I think
all of us was like, he's not being Byakuya.
So chat. We're talking about Captain Toshido. Think about it real quick. Doesn't matter where you are. If you're in the chat, tell me right now, if you watch Bleach, who did Captain Toshido actually defeat in the anime of Bleach? That's the ice captain, the little ice dude. That's a chat. Let me know right now who he defeated.
You can't do that, Maurice.
All right?
He defeated himself.
All right? That's what I'm asking y'all. So I'm asking. All right?
Because when the third crystal bursts, he'll die or something like that.
It wasn't like that. No.
Oh no, that's when he runs out of power. My bad.
Yes, that's first off. And second, that's
time.
That's
a thing.
That's a lot.
What? I forgot all about
when
that.
Third crystal. If you read the manga, that when that third crystal pops, that's when he turns into that little golem.
Oh, his future self.
Yes.
Isn't that what happened?
Is that deadly to him though?
They explain when he goes into that mode how strong he really is. So, like I said before, I'm not going to talk about it until you read the manga, and then let's see if you come back with a.
Can I ask you something? No, can I ask you something?
No, you can't ask me anything. Pissing me off.
Oh snap!
You're not gonna answer.
I see Raziel put up the crying faces. I see some people laughing. I don't know. No one can come up with the answer to that, so it's fine. We were just trying. I just wanted to see. I dropped my phone. That's what I get, right? I just wanted to see what happened. I just wanted to see if somebody else could find it, so that it wasn't just us. You know, because Tommy asked. That was a good question. It was a good question, and I must say, it was a good question.
Oh yeah, like out of all the captains, who can he beat?
Wait, hold on, Tom. You should be asking that question, Tom. Because you read the manga, they explained to how strong he is. But if you're talking about where they stand off in the manga, I mean the anime right now, where they ended, he not beating nobody.
Well,
I don't know who
I'm just saying.
Listen, man, if you gonna sit here and talk your nonsense, man, speak facts.
I'm not gonna speak shit about him. Yeah, he was strong in the manga at the end game, right? But I'm just gonna say, like, still, can we list who he can beat? Even at that point? I'm not. No, Travis is making it to something else. I'm just saying, like, who can this guy beat?
Yo, and like I said before, we're not gonna have this conversation until Travis reads the manga. He comes back with a change of mind, because, like I said, they give the whole explanation to how strong he is, and if Travis is differently, then we're going to talk about it. Other than that,
we need to get Zeus in here. We need to get Zeus on the episode as soon as possible. Because Zeus is
Been
the
telling
Bleach.
y'all, man.
He's the Bleach dude. Watched and read. He loved Bleach until the end. He probably disliked it because of what's his name. I don't know. He never told me the reason. He probably saw that final form happen and was like, "I'm over this."
He probably hated it for the ending though. But I got a scene that I didn't really like too much. Real quick, I said that Meruem fought Meruem, and I was like, "Yo, you're a fucking idiot." When I was reading or listening to that,
Wait, you said that?
I said that about myself. I was like busy talking about Hunter, and I was like, "Yo, Meruem fought Meruem," and that Jake caught my ear when I was listening to it. I was like, "What the fuck? The fucking idiot!" You know?
First of all, that was one of the funniest things ever. That's an outtake. I wish I could bring that up on cue. That joke was greatness. He said Meruem fight Meruem. I was like, wait, what? I thought the same. I'm editing the video like.
I was like, nobody said anything about that.
it was like awkward. Like, does he know what he just said? Did he realize it?
Oh my god.
Wait, hold on. Tell me, what? I can't remember that episode, man. This dude is defending Dookie Beard. Yup. Defended Dookie Beard when he was fighting everything off panel, but all of a sudden
Off panel.
What?
Still getting it done though.
Who we talking about? Blackbeard?
So
Dookie
Stream,
Beard.
I'm not even a
Whitebeard?
fan of
Blackbeard?
like One Piece like that. I'm not a hater, but I'm not a fan, and it's not like something I watch all the time. But even I had to like be like, nah, I think that Whitebeard is proper. You know what I mean? Like I had to say it too. So I'm actually gonna play that for you guys real quick.
Shank showed up and he would not fight
said,
him.
whoops.
Murdered him.
Whoopps, my man. Shout out
You
to
just
Kizaru
acquired, you
for
just
noticing
acquired
Ben
Whitebeard's
Beckman.
power, and you have your own power.
Yeah, that doesn't mean
You
he's
should be like, yo, I'm about to just wreck this whole shit. But Shank showed up and he wouldn't even attempt that.
I mean,
he just,
but I think that's what makes a villain a big villain, though. But I don't think he's overpowered. I think he's the proper villain.
Yeah, he's a proper villain, and not only is he a proper villain, he's the proper perfect. Like, I can't even call him a bad guy. I don't even think we have to use villain and bad guy. And like, we don't in this sentence right here. They're not the same thing. Him being a villain and him being a bad guy is two different things. He's not a bad guy. He's just a villain. And why is he a villain? Because he's a pirate. He's the perfect pirate. If that does that make sense? Like, he's just a pirate. He's honestly just being a pirate.
But I mean, but he is being a pirate that they are kind of outlined to be. But in the show, we see that being a pirate has more meaning. So in the way that the show is giving us context, then it doesn't say that he's just being a pirate per se. He's being the pirate that we think that they're supposed to be because we have read other literature. And I think that he fills in and checks those boxes, and that's why you're saying that. But I do think that as a whole, though, Blackbeard does check the boxes properly, right? He's doing things for his own game. He's cutthroat. He's savage. He's acquiring powers, and he's doing stuff off the screen that's affecting the plot in a big way that we'll see later on. Not only that, he is getting those powerful abilities to deal with the people that we see in the main cast. By him getting extra devil fruit and being able to encompass those abilities means that he's going to be able to fight the main character in a showdown that shows off why it was necessary for Luffy to get the abilities that he's been gaining and all the strength that he's been getting and using and learning haki, his training with Riley. All those things are going to come to full circle when he has to deal eventually with the Blackbeard pirates. And that's why Blackbeard, to me, is a top villain. Even though I don't like his design, I hate him for dealing what happened to my man Whitebeard. Me hating him for what happened to Whitebeard qualifies him even more for the spot of top villains because the man is a villain. Like he's out there smoking people, he's making you upset. You don't want him to win. You're never on his side because he's always doing the things that make you upset. And I feel like if he's doing the things that are wrong all the time, it's going to affect you in a certain way. I don't think
I'm kind of on Blackbeard's side most of the time. That dude's a badass.
I'm kind of on Blackbeard's side.
Okay, but you're on Blackbeard's side because like you said, he's a badass, right? So you're on his side because he's doing these things. And for me, it gets me upset because I'm like, damn it, he's effing with these people. Why you gotta be effing with these people? So the thing is, he is checking the boxes. Kadeem. So all right, I think I don't want to play too much of that, but so Travis starts off by Kadeem has a gripe against the way Blackbeard is handling stuff, and I
understood what he meant though, when at the end of it.
Yeah, I definitely understand what he means by the gripe that he had, and it was funny because then so Travis starts saying something, and then I realize that I completely agree with it, and I start going on a tangent about it because I think that it's Blackbeard is. Thanks, Doc. Thanks for the gift of sub. I just think that it really worked out in a way that it shows how Blackbeard is kind of he deserves his spot. He deserves his spot. I think Blackbeard is one of the more interesting characters in One Piece. I think I fall for the One Piece thing here. Ed makes this joke all the time, and this is Ed's spicy Ed comments, right? Ed makes this joke all the time, where there was a meme about it. I don't know if you saw the meme where it was like, One Piece fans in 1990, I think it was, like in the 90s or 99? 99, and I hope we get to see how Shanks fights. And then anime fans, One Piece fans in 2020, like I hope 2021, I hope we get to see how Shanks fights, right? Yeah. So but I've fallen for that kind of One Piece thing where it's like there's a character doing a lot that I wanted. Like he's doing a lot that leaves me to understand. And he's done things with the main cast that makes me want to see more of him doing what he's doing. And I don't like him for certain things, and because of that, him doing things off panel and amassing power off panel didn't bother me. And I think that kind of holds my attention, and I guess kind of where I'm looking when I watch a show. And not only that, the man is a pirate's pirate in a show about pirates. So
bro.
Yeah.
People have been praising Gold Roger for decades, and they ain't seen nothing until now. Oh, he's the first king of the pirates.
Somebody quote him.
Roger, man.
It's about to happen, y'all.
Roger, man. Same thing with Shanks. Man. You ain't see or read nothing.
You said he deserves it. Like, how?
This guy.
It's like when you hear the backstory of the previous and current Yonkos, you can understand why they got to where they were at.
When did you find all this information?
I'm not answering your question.
Exactly. I don't want to answer real questions
about what they had to do to get to where they were at. Blackbeard does what? And just automatically takes a position just by what? Having
healing.
He killed Ace, man. He went to Blackbeard's fruit.
He instantly became Yonko because look at the power he amassed as soon as that Marineford War ended. Nobody's that powerful. How do you have two of those crazy ass abilities?
So you're automatically going to give somebody a position. Oh, he's allegedly that strong.
No choice. You have Whitebeard's power. You have that.
So we're automatically going to give him the position.
Bro, you just took another Yonko's power. You have an insane ability already,
and your team.
I was about to say
you have a bunch of people from level 6.
Yeah, your team is ridiculous.
Who's touching him?
Your team is ridiculous.
Who is touching him?
You have the ultimate pirate crew.
That's not the point that I'm talking about.
Didn't they say Luffy was the 5th emperor?
That was something.
Okay, but talking about
Blackbeard is the Golden State Warriors when they just got Kevin Durant.
What Luffy did in order to get people to call him that?
Call him what? A Yonko?
That alleged 5th emperor.
What did he do?
I caught that, Maurice. I understand what you said.
What did he do? He foiled Big Mom's plans or whatever. He destroyed Whole Cake Island, so they called him the 5th Yonko. But that was from
But even though the writer did kind of juice it a little bit, talking about he defeated Big Mom in the headlines newspaper. That's why everyone's giving him that name.
And by writer, we're not talking about Oda. We're talking about.
We're talking about the little bird.
The bird.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
I mean, but these things, even if they're like, even if they're like adding stuff onto it and fluffing it up, kind of in the show, not Oda, but like in the show, right? These things, messing with Hukake Island, that's a big thing, right? We're not gonna act like that's a small. No one's going to F with Big Mom on a normal basis. Like, who's doing that? No one's doing that, right? Who's going and messing with the prisoners and amassing people who, first of all, who has enough influence to get the prisoners to be on their ship? Right? These are pirates we're talking about and criminals. They don't have to join if they can beat you.
I'm in level 6 and some scrub ass dude's like, yo, come join me. I'm about to just smoke him and just get out the cell and just be out.
Right? So there's something in Blackbeard and his technique, his ability, his tenacity. Something is saying, yo, I'm Blackbeard. You better join up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what did you think about that? What did you think? It's so funny. Now we're talking about one. I know we're supposed to be doing our anniversary thing. What did you think about when he had that conversation with Luffy? What did you think about that?
On the island? Like,
which one?
Way back?
When he first
about the next generation?
At the bar. With the bar and all that stuff.
About the next generation. What I think. Now, the character, before I answer that, the character Black, I have no power, I have no problem with the ideal of Blackbeard, but I'm talking about like what he did to get to where he's at. That's what I have a problem with. So his ideal of being a pirate, it's genius. But I'm talking about what Oda made him do to get to where he's at. I can't sit with that.
R.I.P. to Eddie Guerrero, but my man lies, he cheats, he steals. He's supposed to do that.
No, he's saying, what did he do? All right,
man's a pirate.
I'm pretty sure I just answered that.
I get what Kadeem's saying.
Is that before or after he became a Yonko?
I'm saying, like, why did Oda even make him a Yonko?
Yeah, y'all can talk.
Why?
Right, Kadeem, I think that's what you're trying to say. Like, why did
someone had to replace Whitebeard?
Yeah, but what did he do that made him
exactly?
That made him have.
It's not what did he do. It's more of what he has.
I was thinking the same thing.
The man is untouchable.
That's the answer to that, Kadeem. Honestly, his crew is strong as heck. All right, what's the name of the Yonko, right?
His crew is strong, so that makes him strong automatically.
Yes,
he's already mad strong.
Part of being with a pirate too, though.
So we don't get stuck on this One Piece talk too long, right? So we don't get stuck here too long. I just want to say for a second that reminding ourselves that in anime and in storylines, characters that have amassed power, regardless of how they amass this power, become those end of the time villains because of the abilities that they have and what they can do along the times. Now, in One Piece, I know there is a building society here, but none of that matters if I'm strong enough to F up that entire thing and make things go my way. And that's Blackbeard in a nutshell. I started here. This is where I wanted to get, and I was willing to do this to get here. I took these things. I am now untouchable with my abilities. Can't nobody F with me. And y'all gonna follow me. I'm gonna amass the biggest and strongest possible team, and I'm gonna do what I want to do when the time comes. I think that's kind of just what Blackbeard is and how he's kind of rolling in its simplest form, and I think that's just kind of how it is. I don't think he's done too many things of note that allow him to have these titles, but when you think about the power that he has, I think that he just kind of has it, and it is what it is, and we got and the funny thing is, the same way that you have to deal with it, Kadeem, is the same way that the world of One Piece has to deal with it. It is what it is, and there's nothing we can do about it.
What does his name even do to become a Yonko? I mean, he's Beast.
Who?
I don't think.
Who?
Flamingo, like, he's Beast and everything, but what terrible things did he do to become a Yonko? Like
not a Yonko.
He wasn't a Yonko.
He was not.
No.
He worked under Kaido.
Okay.
Yeah, Kaido ran that.
I'm just gonna touch back on. I'm not sure if that was Ed that was saying that, but like why did it take so long to get to certain characters and what they were all about. Like this is a fact. No.
Yes. All right, go ahead.
Oda has 1,000. He has over 1,000 canon characters in this show. So the fact that it even took that long or he even got to, I mean, says a lot. There's so much material to go off of all these characters. I mean,
listen, y'all not gonna make me go off for One Piece.
Where did
I'm gonna shut
Blackbeard
up.
come from again?
No, but if you
from Whitebeards.
Oh, he was away. All right.
Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna stream. I'm gonna save this for another time.
But I think, damn, I was gonna say something about One Piece. Are you saving?
Don't you do it?
Are you saving One Piece thing, or are you just saving?
I'm saving the One Piece thing because I want to get to another moment real quick because I just realized we're almost at an
episode on. We're doing an episode on.
We were supposed to do an episode on One Piece all collectively. We just never got to it, and instead we did.
We didn't.
We did the current events one because.
Right.
Exactly. We did the current events one. So we can get back to talking this One Piece stuff. I have no problem doing that. I do want to touch on another thing. real quick. So as you guys notice who are watching, as a matter of fact, thank you guys for watching. If you guys aren't already, please check out the YouTube, sub to the YouTube. I saw there was like at least 20 people in here watching at one point. So I hope that you guys are still here enjoying the conversation that we're having. And if so, please drop a follow, drop a sub to the Hashira Podcast YouTube. Again, I'll put the link up there for you guys to see it so you can follow on with the episodes that we're showing you guys on stream. It's been a lot of fun. We have more stuff to show you guys, and it's been a funny ride, and we're getting better and better at it as time progresses. And all the support that you guys give does help out. But I wanted to say something else. I like one of the big things, and you guys notice it here. You see how we don't just talk about shows just to talk about them. We get passionate about the things that we listen to in these shows, that we are reading in these shows for our manga readers, for our anime watchers. We get into this and we really got to go throw ideas back and forth so that you guys can really hear what's going on in these shows. And when you guys tell us stuff in the comments, it helps us go back and rethink about some of the things that we missed. So I think all in all, it is just kind of amazing, these conversations that we have. And I want you guys, for real, to go check out some of the later ones where we talked about the current events in anime. Like when we talked about Attack on Titan, that was wild. And you guys get to see Goose really getting really passionate in that episode, because as we all know, Attack on Titan is really wild, and in general it's an amazing anime, right? I think we all say that there's an amazing anime. Drop a nice work in the chat if you believe that. And we really just had a conversation like that. And even when we had our Black Clover conversation, that was amazing too. And we just really go through it and go for it, and I just think that is absolutely fantastic. So thank you guys for doing a lot of the viewing that you guys have already done. I don't want to, it's like I said, I know the Goose has to go do his celebratory dances on Instagram Live, and I don't want to hold him from that.
Tell them where they can find your Instagrams.
Original Goose.
Oh, Original Goose. At Original Goose on Instagram, so you can see those celebratory dances. Okay, guys.
Why are we celebrating, Maurice?
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna get there. Don't do it. I'm gonna get there. So, real quick.
It was 420.
Because it's Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday. So, no, real talk though. I do want to say this, and for everybody who is viewing with us right now, if you already are subscribed to the YouTube, please, we are doing a giveaway to help you guys watch anime with us, so that way you don't get stuck with all those weird ads on Crunchyroll. We are giving away a year subscription to Crunchyroll, and all you have to do is watch one of our episodes and comment on it. Share that comment on a social and tag us in it. If you're on Twitter, you can tag us as at Hashira Podcast on Twitter. If not, you see all of our Twitters underneath our names here, where you can do the same thing. I will actually go and put that up. I think I got it somewhere. I do. Here it is. Cast Twitter. And there's a Twitter right there. And so that's all you've got to do. And so just join our conversations, because the comments help us on YouTube. The comments and the sharing help us out. And so we're going to put you in a random generator once that is done. And once I see the tag, I'll put you in it. And of course, if you just put a comment on the YouTube, I will see it as well. But if you don't have a Twitter and I see the comment on YouTube, then I know what time it is. But if you do have a Twitter, please share it on Twitter and tag the Hashira Podcast in it with the episode that you made the comment on. And that way I will enter you be entered into a draw to get it. Again, I'm going to go back and check the YouTube. I don't know if we made it to 100. I don't know if we made it to 100. Let's see if we made it to 100. Because if we did, I got to give away something else, because I said I would. No, we didn't make it to 100 yet, so we're good. But we still do want to make it to 100. So please go ahead and sub to that. It's been a year. It's been a fantastic year. We have more to show you guys. Like I said before, if you can see it next to me, this right here is Snow White. She is our new production PC for getting a lot of our stuff done. And I got the cameras coming in. I'm buying a house to have the space to make sure that we can give you guys more content and get better production, and make sure that we are giving you guys the best we can in nerd stuff and conversation. It is absolutely amazing to be able to do this with these guys. I don't want to talk too much. I don't know if you guys want to weigh in on kind of how you felt about running this podcast for a year or anything like that. Do you guys want to go ahead and jump in? I don't want to take all that from you guys.
I mean, I just feel like I'd be repeating myself from the moment that I said that I liked it or whatever. Like I said, it was cool to see how much we grew as far as the podcast, even though we knew each other for since elementary school. Mm-hmm. But like I said, that synergy and that free flow of us just talking, because like I said, the first episode or so, or first two, maybe three, kind of sounded a little robotic to me, and the quality was shit. But we came a long way, man, for real. So, and it was cool just to talk about all these different animes. We never really like got in depth about all these things. We briefly mentioned things like here and there in our WhatsApp or whatever, but nothing to this extent. So I gotta say I appreciate that, the most.
Big facts.
I'm gonna just give a shout out to real quick to Goose and Nobunaga Dono for because when we first started, I'll tell these two are very stubborn and ignorant when we tell them to go watch the episode. Oh, no, I read the manga about 5 years ago. I'm good. Then when we record, it's just like, man, I don't remember, but so long ago. Hey, you idiot! We told you to just go watch the episode. That's all you have to do is go watch the episode. You know what I mean? And then we can have more information to.
That's true though.
But
I honestly, because of the podcast, I started watching anime episodes. I even watched the whole Attack on Titan last season. So,
you see,
that says a lot.
Watching the episodes, come with more information, and if we're not doing the I never done this or I never seen that before, like that is starting to wean its way out of our episodes because we're starting to do our homework and our research and come together better as pillars.
It's like a book club.
You're welcome.
See, now you're making it sound fruity, bro. Come on, man.
You already was going down that route. It is like a book club, though. There's books sometimes you don't even want to read.
Okay. Now that you put it that way, I understand.
You know what's funny though, Kadeem? I'll tell you what's funny about that, Kadeem. Travis retweeted a tweet earlier, and it was it was Nicki Minaj talking about how she be on people's shows and they don't do their research.
That was funny.
And then Travis is the same person who wouldn't watch or read stuff that we sent him. I was like, how you gonna retweet that? And you a suspect. That had me crying. I was like, I had to send it to Ed laughing. I said, oh no.
The whole year.
Travis on Twitter.
No, but Travis has been doing a lot better with that. As a matter of fact, with the Jujutsu Kaisen episode, I sent him that stuff. I sent him that stuff like literally, what was it, like 4 days? And Trav went, watched the episodes, called up, and then we had the episode done. So I gotta definitely say,
it's such as I knew how I was gonna feel about the damn show. People don't really like it like that. Like it's just it ain't hitting to me.
Nah, Jujutsu Kaisen is OD. But before I even get into that, Jujutsu Kaisen is OD.
Yes.
My man Toto, but I won't go too far. We're gonna have that conversation.
Only when I feel that.
So Toto's OD. But Ed, do you have any?
I mean, I kind of said everything, man. Just happy to be able to, sit down with some friends and talk about something I love.
I'm the only one that feels the way about Kaisen.
Nah,
probably.
Jujutsu Kaisen is really OD.
Wait, do you read it?
What's wrong with you people?
No, I like I said, we actually want to have that actual. We're gonna do an episode of Jujutsu Kaisen and the current events of the anime. I cannot wait for the episode. Like the way I'm excited about that doesn't even make any sense about how excited I am about that. But
season is over.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I cannot wait to have that conversation. I am way too hyped.
Watch.
So, but actually, again, real quick, I just want to say that there's so much I can say about this. I don't want to talk too much, and I tend to do that sometimes. Try not to, but I do want to just give a big shout out to all of you guys, because especially Ed. Ed is over here modding the chat. He's always checking that stuff when I'm streaming. He's out here helping with that stuff. I really appreciate him doing that. He helps with the Twitter, the Hashira Podcast Twitter, and he will text me and be like, "Yo, this needs to go up," or like when I didn't put the Twitter up, he texted me like 2 times, I think, in the same week. He was like, "Bro, where is it at?" I'm like, I'm sorry.
Don't forget how he be in the chat pressing, "Yo, y'all not gonna retweet?"
Ed will press us for the logistics, and I really appreciate that a lot. He's OD. He's OD stream. So please, again, put the nice works up for my man Ed and Edwin, please. Oh man, he's OD. But again, please go watch the episodes. If you're just joining and I saw some new viewers pop up in the stream, again, if you're here, we are giving away a free year subscription to Crunchyroll. All you got to do is go watch one of our episodes, and then you will be able to put a comment by joining the conversation, and then tweet that comment, post that comment on your socials with the episode that is from, of course tagging us so people know they can watch it, and then you'll be entered in a draw in order to be picked and selected to get your free Crunchyroll subscription for a year, so that way we can have these conversations. And as Nobunaga,
you got to be a sub to the account too, man.
Yes, sub. Yes, he's right.
Don't do
You
the
gotta
corny
be a
thing.
you gotta be a
Sub,
sub. Gotta
bro.
be a sub to the YouTube account in order to get that. Ed is completely right. I'm sorry about that. Good. See, that's what I told you. He's always on point. Yeah, I told you. Look, when I'm effing up, he's not. And as Nobunaga always says, please hit us on Twitter with some topics you guys want us to talk about. If you don't already follow us on Twitter, I'll drop that in there one more time. I think the link is still close. It is still there, but I'll put it in there just in case.
Yeah, especially since we be streaming stuff, you know, like we can all like have the conversation with y'all at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So it's not like before, you know, we put the video out and then y'all gotta wait.
Funny
Like now.
enough.
Yeah,
Funny enough, Kadeem said that. Thanks to Kadeem. Kadeem said that in episode.
And when he said that, everybody
we all looked at him like we was like, "What is he talking
say
about?"
this now.
And but wait, hold before you start whining. Give me a
let me
second.
go. I'm gonna go off. Go ahead.
Thanks to Kadeem for saying that. He said it. So I'm very much a person stream where if somebody says that we're gonna do something, or if I say I'm gonna do something, I have to do it. So because Kadeem said it on a whole episode, I spent the next 2 months trying to figure out how to do things properly on PC to live stream stuff, and I was buying equipment. I was like, oh, he said we're gonna do live episodes. Oh shoot.
This is like what, episode 3?
In Ryan's defense, I came on that stream a little, you know.
He came in hot.
I took a few shots too much.
One shot.
Came in hot, bro.
When I said that, when I was like, yo, you know, when the stream
He was like,
progress, when the stream starts to progress, we're gonna do like live reaction and live. When I mean Nobunaga and Goose looked at me, it's like, yo, what are you talking about? And I'm just like, hold on, time out. I'm like, hold on, time out. So we not gonna do that ever.
he decided that for the whole
He was
story.
like, wait, he was like, yo, you're not gonna
Never
run
had
it.
the conversation though. That didn't even happen.
It was so.
I'm
great.
like, damn.
But
Yeah, I thought I missed out on the convo. I was like, all right.
but because he said
Ed was the only one that was like, yo, I mean, that sounds dope. Everyone is.
We never discussed this. That's why.
so good. But that's the thing, because he said it is why you guys get to see us here live on Twitch now, and why hopefully if more people sub to the YouTube channel. I actually want to do a lot of more live stuff and posting stuff on our YouTube, so we can get more stuff done there. The more things that we're able to do is because of the support you guys. So thanks thanks Gil, my boy Grim Lotus for the subs, for the gifting subs. Thanks El Rav, my boy X for gifting subs. Rusty, I don't know if you're out there. Rusty, if you're there, big shout outs to Rusty
Mike,
for all of the subs that was gifted. Shout out to my brothers, my big brothers, Mike and PD Pats. OD, thanks for the support, everybody. Again, the more subs and the more gifted subs that we have allow me to do things like this. And I'm pointing to Snow White because all that stuff goes into it. There's one more piece I need to get for it so that we're all done and ready for it. And again, get in the new house so that we can go and do the stream and stuff. It's gonna be great. We have so much more planned for you. Like I said, I want my band to do some music stuff. I'm gonna have a live, you know, anime/video game music channel on the YouTube for you guys. So much stuff I want to do for you guys. So much stuff that we want to get done for you guys and having these conversations live. And I just want to say thank you guys for the subscriptions. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for the views. Thanks for sharing it. Thanks for letting people know what's going on here. Thanks for just overall. Thanks for joining the conversation, because the point of this was literally for us to have conversations where people can be involved in the conversation, and that's what you guys do 100%. So shout outs to y'all. Y'all are the MVPs. OD. As a matter of fact, let me drop the power for you guys from my man Mirio. OD. From my man Muriel. Thanks for everything that you guys are doing. We appreciate it. OD. I know Travis got to go do his dances, like I said, and we're gonna look forward to I gotta shout him out because y'all don't understand, man.
Tell them where they can find you, Travis. Come on, bro.
Original Goose on Instagram. Original Goose on Instagram. That Goose be on the moon, boys. And most of all, girls, ladies. My man is out there on the Instagram. But no, 100% though. We are in a celebratory mood. So I'm gonna end the episode and then I'm gonna tell you exactly why we're. As a matter of fact, no, I want this on the episode. What am I talking about? Anyway, so because today, the first time in God knows how long, and all the stress and anxiety I had on the inside of my heart, my intestines, everything was in a knot because I wasn't sure that this was going to happen the way that it should happen. There was justice for George Floyd in a state where it's never happened before. So I want you to understand how important that is for people who look like me and my brothers who also are of color who are around me in this podcast. During last year, during the pandemic and the quarantine where so much foolishness was going on, we were risking our lives. I know I went out there myself to do protests and stuff like that to make sure justice was served when all these things was happening, and they had the nerve to act like, and it's funny, we were talking about this before the stream even went up, they were talking about the foolishness and the different things they were saying and how this man died and how it wasn't, all of the lies and just straight foolishness that were being spread. And then we finally found ourselves, and it sucks that it had to be this blatant in order to finally get that justice, but we got it. It's a bag of mixed feelings and emotions, because I know that this justice does not bring him back to life, but I know that it's a step in a direction that is necessary for the world. Thank you to the family of George Floyd for going forward with this to make sure justice was served, and thank God that it was served. Amen. And that's why we're so happy. That's why I can't even English. Y'all heard me stuttering this entire time. I'm too excited that I couldn't even get my thoughts about anime proper, because my mind is over there and has been this entire stream. So again, Black Lives, they matter. Did you want to say anything, Goose? You want to? No? All right.
Everything.
All right. So that is why. And so that's where we're going to end it off right there. So I hope that you guys join the giveaway, that you guys again sub to the channel, hit a comment, and share it on your socials with that episode that you commented in, so you can be entered into a draw for the prize that we have. Help us get to 100 subs. We'll have another giveaway as well, and we'll let you know what that is. It's going to be great. But again, Black lives will always matter, and I'm not going to cry, but it is just absolutely amazing to me that today went the way that it went, and I don't even think that I'm still not processing how awesome that actually is. And so please remember that. Don't just stand idly by when things are going on. Make sure that you're really putting the stand out there for justice that needs to be served. Make sure that you're really out there.
That is 100% true.
You got to. Because if you don't stand for something, no one's going to do it. And you can't wait for everyone else to do it when you can have a part in it, especially when social media helps us share the proper things. Let us make sure that we're doing our part. Stay safe in the corona times. Stop all the Asian hate. And I want to put this out here. It's funny to me that people have the nerve to say all lives matter when people say Black lives, but no one says stop all hate when we talk about Asian hate. Y'all didn't realize that?
I said the same thing.
Y'all didn't? No one realized? No one caught that, huh? That's very interesting. That's very interesting. It shows exactly what type of world we live in. But stop the Asian hate, because it's trash, and no one deserves the foolishness that they're going through. More than that, please stay nerdy, my friends. And we are the Hashira Podcast signing off for this episode. Johnny.